Sunday speed boost in New England. Receiver Tyquan Thornton is finally back in the receiver rotation, and this has big implications for the Patriots' game plan this Sunday against the Jets. And edge rusher, speed rusher, Hassan Reddick has finally made his return to the New York Jets. What that will look like against the New England Patriots. We're going to break it all down here on Patriots Digest with your host, Keenan Warner here. And as I've said, there's not a lot to love in New England lately. There's a lot of turmoil, a lot of chaos. We're trying to build a channel here around the Patriots. We need to stick together as the New England collective, as a Patriot community. Hit that subscribe button and let's grow as a community to keep one stable thing in New England. But right now, Tyquan Thornton returns to the Patriots lineup. Great week of practice. Also helps a couple people are injured. But great week of practice. He's done a good job in practice. Looking forward to seeing him in the game. But now he will be at the game. Drake Maye said Friday morning, great week of practice there. Hopefully it translates. And we're all hopeful it translates. This guy's a burner. We saw his 4.28 40, his unofficial 4.22 or 4.21, depending on who you ask, that 40-yard dash time. And there have been moments in the past where he was able to showcase his speed and his versatility on the football field, but a lot of things with him kind of have fallen through the cracks, and he just hasn't played as well as some of the other guys. He's a good athlete. He's a very good athlete. And sometimes the receiver position, he's not always a great receiver. You got Kendrick Bourne, who is a great receiver. You've got Mayo Douglas, runs routes very well. And even though they may not have that same exact downhill speed and the same height and quickness not height, but quickness, things like that, it's just not the same. It's just not exactly the same. Thornton opened up training camp as the X receiver, basically X receiver guy, specialty guy going downfield. You could probably put him in the slot, but more so outside, going to go make some plays. He fell out of rotation because players like Kendrick Bourne came back from the PUP list, and then you've got rookie Jalen Polk, who we drafted in the second round, that we're looking to really boost up. He's supposed to be one of the future pieces. We know how that's kind of been this season. He's also likely to miss on Sunday, and then the injury to Polk thrusted him back into that position, and wide receiver coach Tyler Hughes did say some glowing things about him. He's done really well. Tyquan is a guy who really does have a high football IQ. He understands the spacing on the field. He's a valuable part of the team because he's a good team player in that regard, and he had a great week. With this guy having a good week, finally we're going to see, I think we'll finally get to see a player who has the right quarterback for him. His production's been measly, but 2 catches, never really saw the field afterwards once Jacoby Brissett bared. But with Drake Maye, who can actually extend plays, extend the ball down the field, wants to actually let it go, you have more of a reason to have Tyquan Thornton in there. With Jacoby Brissett, the guys KJ Osborne, Demario Douglas, Kendrick Bourne, Jalen Polk, all of those guys, as they can be downfield threats, they are going to be guys who can really work within a box, and they can get underneath, they can run digs across the middle, like they can run a lot of different route concepts. With Tyquan Thornton, the route tree isn't massive, but he does have pieces to what he can do, and they're going to be a lot downfield. He can run the skinny post, he can run the post, he can run the streak, he can kind of run the out and up, those kind of things there, and he can get downfield. And Drake Maye is going to be able to get him the ball, whereas Jacoby Brissett was going to just kind of take what the defense gave him underneath. So Drake Maye, being with the arm that he has, it could be something to see to get Tyquan Thornton. Expect about 4 or 5 balls going to Tyquan Thornton overall, targets-wise, and expect 2 of them to be shots down the field. And we'll just see if they connect. If they connect, then we could be giving the Jets one heck of a problem. The receiver room, as it always been, I mean, I mentioned most of them, but our receiver room is always But now we have it's Thornton, Osborne, Bourne, Demario Douglas, and Keyshawn Booty. I always get that name butchered. And Keyshawn has also been someone who's been decent, but hasn't been great. But Tyquan Thornton does make his return, and this gives such an interesting wrinkle to what New England can do offensively. But on the defensive side of the ball, when the offense is on the field, they got a new guy to see. Hassan Reddick will make his Jets debut Sunday against the Patriots. Ended a lengthy contract holdout when he reported on the team on Monday. He removed to the reserve and did not report listed on the injury report. All right, all practice all week. Jets like what they saw from him. Not really shocking that the Jets like what they saw from him because he's been a professional and a very good pass rusher all of these years. So it's not shocking to see that the Jets liked him. Coach Ubrick said, had a good week of work with us. Such an experienced guy, been in so many systems. To pick up hours wasn't difficult for him. He really put in extra time to learn it physically. He looked good out there. It'll be interesting to see what kind of game shape he is going to be in. See if he's on they run, say, 60 defensive snaps overall. See if he's running 40 of them, maybe 30 of them. See if he's playing half the game. If they have him just in on, like, passing downs and then rushing downs, they don't. Obviously, like, obvious passing downs instead of rushing downs. But we'll see. We'll definitely see how it goes for him. He does not have a specific snap count, though. He feels like he's in good shape, and although he hasn't been doing a whole lot of football stuff in a football capacity, he's been doing a lot of position-specific with pass rush specialists, and he's been doing conditioning and lifting, obviously. So we'll kind of play it by ear, which is what you would expect in this situation. You don't know what's going on with Hassan Reddick, and it's a very scary thing for the Patriots to see Hassan Reddick, especially with how they have been. You want to rush for a lot of teams. The Chiefs will blitz a lot. There are other teams that do like to blitz a lot. But for this team to operate, and for a lot of teams to operate, you get home with 4, you drop 7, you have a great corner like you do in Sauce Gardner there, and then you try to make the others. You have to make the route runners beat you, and you need to trust that they can get home the front within 3 seconds. With Reddick, they have that opportunity, and a lot of players and a lot of teams like that concept, and now they have the true ability to do that to go along with Will McDonald, who's having himself a pretty solid season. And so it's going to be interesting to see what the Patriots try to do with that, because double-digit sack guy last 4 seasons, 2-time Pro Bowler, not that stout in the run game, so you're going to have to probably run at him. But when it comes to offensive lines, though, it doesn't really make a difference because the Patriots have the worst offensive line in football. You want to argue we're 30th, 29th at MAC, whatever, doesn't really matter. We are not a good group. We haven't been a good group. We need to get stuff in the offseason, and that scares me about this game. Dimitri Jacobs, Mike Jordan, Ben Brown, City So, and Michael Inu. It's not a great group. It's not a great group, guys. We just don't have the line, and that's the problem, and that's why we were scared to start Drake Maye, at least in some of our eyes. My eyes. Scared to start Drake Maye because of it. But I do see there is a path to win this game for the New England Patriots. Truly do. The Jets are 2-5. The Jets are not good. Don't care what the talent says. You can be talented and be bad. Remember the Eagles? They got Nnamdi Asomugha. They had LaShawn McCoy. They had that whole entire all-star crew that they were talking about, and they went 4-12. You can be a talented team and not be a good team because you cannot be a cohesive team. The thing about the Jets, I did not like them getting to the playoffs before the season, and it was because of the fact that you have so many pieces that hadn't played together. You had Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson, hadn't seen him in a while. And this Aaron Rodgers isn't the same Aaron Rodgers. We've seen that he's played one good game this year, truly like one really good game, and that was against the Patriots. But we'll see what happens, but this game's truly a winnable game. You're at home. A different look with Drake Maye that the Jets haven't seen before. I understand they have Hassan Reddick, but you have a different look you have not seen with Drake Maye. Tyquan Thornton could be a guy who takes the top off of the defense. You do have a rushing attack. The Jets want to go play more fun. You just got called out for being soft. The Patriots should be coming out with a purpose and a motive. 7-point spread. I would absolutely take the spread. This game could be very much an upset alert for the New England Patriots. But let me know what you guys think there in the comment section about this team, if you think Tyquan Thornton actually can make a difference moving forward, or if Hassan Reddick will be too much for the New England Patriots' bad offensive line. But this has been Patriots Digest with your host, Keenan Warner. I appreciate all of you guys, and I will see you guys very soon.